On January 21st, 2019, on a day a bit colder and snowier than this one, just a few feet away from where I'm standing right now, I had the opportunity to deliver a TEDx talk entitled From Note Cards to Noteworthy, detailing my personal struggles in overcoming a communication disorder. In the 2 years since giving that talk, I've had the opportunity to look back on what worked, what didn't, and most importantly, what future writers can learn from my own experiences. But first, before we get to those future takeaways, we must first look at what the speech did well. The first major avenue that the speech succeeded in was encouraging the audience to reevaluate and alter their own perceptions, which, according to Campbell, Huxman, and Berkman, was important because altering perception allows the audience to rebuild their own perceptions using your arguments. So the speech succeeded in this area. The second major area where the speech succeeded was in building credibility with the audience, which is incredibly important because, according to the University of Saskatchewan, this is the only reason why the audience actually listens to you. It's because you're an honest and trustworthy writer. By interweaving an honest personal story with a societal message of goodwill, the speech succeeded in these two areas. But, just as the speech succeeded, it also failed in a few key aspects. The first was in offering specific policy decisions and changes, and the second was in allowing the audience to visualize the solution. These all stemmed from the same cause. Unlike in Aristotle's deliberative genre, where specific policy decisions are advocated for and implemented, this speech chose to offer more macro solutions, which might have worked in the moment, but unfortunately undercut the speech's overall credibility. According to Gaia Hawken, a professor at Bellevue College, this was important because an audience loves to put themselves in the driver's seat, to envision the solution to the problem. And this speech, unfortunately, didn't give them that opportunity. But future writers are going to have a few key advantages to my speech. First and foremost, the election of Joe Biden, the first president since Thomas Jefferson to suffer from a speech and communication disorder. The second and third advantages, respectively, are one, the ability to advocate for a key policy decision and solution, fighting against cuts to Medicare Part B, which would disadvantage low-income Americans' access to speech pathology services, and finally, a vibrant social media community that is being helped by the COVID-19 pandemic and broadening the audience. Canadian author Margaret Atwood once said, "Without voices, all there is silence and powerlessness." I believe in building a society. I have, predating my speech at TEDx, that all voices should be heard. And only then can we alleviate silence and powerlessness in this society. Will you join me?